Low 60s will give way to the mid 60s, but with that, we'll see a pretty good chance of a few showers, slight chance of a thunderstorm on Friday, but a chance of some of those showers not only for Friday and Saturday, but starting for next work week as well. Sunday looks pretty good as we end the weekend at 65. Now, John, over to you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Crawford. Social Security and disability claims are important to many people's ability to make ends meet during these tough economic times. Thankfully, the attorneys at Steinberg Law Firm are experts in Social Security and disability benefits, and they're here to help. Attorney Dale Van Slambrook from Steinberg Law Firm is here to talk about the options people have when filing one of these claims. Counselor, thank you so much for coming on the program. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having us. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Let's get right into this. Who qualifies for these disability and Social Security benefits?
The person who would be qualified for Social Security disability benefits is a person who has a severe medical condition or conditions that renders them unable to participate in substantial gainful activity for a period of at least 12 months. Basically out of work because of a medical condition where they don't have any income or substantial income coming in.
Yeah, now this can be a very delicate and difficult process, and that's where you guys at the Steinberg Law Firm come in, and you can really help somebody walk them through this process because it's very lengthy as well.
No, that's exactly right. The initial application process is pretty straightforward. The Social Security Administration will take applications over the telephone or by computer or in person, and basically it sets up the information, medical information that's available. But usually, unfortunately, people are denied at the initial stages and denied at a reconsideration stage, and then they have to go to a hearing. And that's where we come in. And we usually participate in representing folks before the hearings or before the administrative law judges in the Social Security Administration.
Yeah, can you describe that hearing process for us and our audience out there a little bit?
Yes, it usually takes about 8 months to a year after the initial application. There has to be a collection of all of the medical information that's presented, and it's a relatively brief hearing, basically where the administrative law judge has the opportunity to hear directly in person from the person who has applied as to the reasons why their medical condition prevents them from either performing the past work that they did or any work in the national economy.
If there's anyone at home watching this right now that's suffering from some injury and can't get back to work and thinks that they're eligible for disability or Social Security, what do they need to do right now today?
I advocate that they immediately go forward if they're not working or not participating in substantial employment, to go forward with the application process, to contact the Social Security Administration, start the process, and if they're approved, that's great. If they're not and they're turned down, then they usually have 60 days after the after the denial to take the next step, and within that 60 days, contact us to review it, and we can help point them in the right direction as to whether it's a claim that could possibly be approved.
You mentioned getting that medical data that would back your claim. Is that something that a lawyer would do? Can a person who thinks they're eligible for these benefits do it? How's that going to work?
What happens is the Social Security Administration will request medical information, and they will have that in their file. The lawyer will go behind that and make sure that all that medical information is there. Sometimes, and I've seen this in the past, where the Social Security Administration doesn't have complete records or full records, and sometimes we can supplement the record and obviously help point out things in the medical records that maybe they didn't initially consider.
And when dealing with a government agency, a bureaucracy like the Social Security Administration, I'm sure that there are more oftentimes than not that they don't have that complete file in their hands at one point.
Well, they make a good effort, but they can, they only get what is given to them,
right?
And they don't know and haven't had a complete review with the person that we can provide.
Okay, so make sure you go out and apply, and if you really want to take this down the road and you're being denied, you want to call you guys at the Steinberg Law Firm. So how can people call you, get in contact, and find you and make an appointment?
They can call us at one of our 3 offices. We have a downtown office, one in Somerville where I'm located, and also one in Goose Creek. And we have a website at steinberglawfirm.com.
All right, Dale, thank you so much for the information. Really great to meet you.
Very
Appreciate
nice
you being here as well.
Thank you.
All right, much more Low Country Live coming up right after the break, so stay with us.